What's going on, everybody? Welcome to tonight's live stream. I'm super excited to be here with everybody. Hey, before we get started, a moment of silence. A moment of silence for the Bears, their dreams, their hopes, their $60,000 price. A moment of silence. And now for the Bulls, baby! Congratulations to everybody who was sticking with me yesterday. We had massive bullish divergence everywhere on the macro timeframes, and boom, baby, boom to the upside. We had low leverage swings. We had high leverage longs going on here on the on Blowfin here. Links in the description if you guys are deciding to trade with me, but boom, baby, boom to the upside. These are some massive trades here. Going over to the position history, we closed out some longs here. We had a Cardano long here, open at 20x. We made 49% on there. We made 38% on AIXBT. We called the bottom yesterday, baby, on Twitter. Follow me on X at BoysCrypto102 for all my trades, entries, and exits. We are still in this Bitcoin long here, baby. A small position, right? We took most of it off the table while this Adam and Eve was rearing its head on the smaller time frames. Something that I didn't like, right? A pattern that plays out a lot of times in crypto, right? Where you have your Adam here. We go over this all the time on the channel, and you got your Eve. Adam and Eve, right? We flip this upside down, and boom, baby, boom. That looks like it could rip to the upside. That's what we're looking at here for Bitcoin. Oh, trading view. Starting early with me, baby. Starting early with me. That's what we're looking for here in the near term for Bitcoin, looking to go up and potentially gap through this high volume node. What disaster that would be for all the bulls after this monumental push today upon the release of the United States Strategic Crypto Reserve. Donald Trump tweeting out here, hey, we have XRP, we have Solana, and Cardano going all into the crypto reserves. We're going to dive deep into all of this. Thank you, everybody, for being here with me. What's going on? What's going on? We'll jump into the chat, give some shout outs. April, what's going on? Wanda, how are you guys? Welcome. Lily, how you doing? Sean Davis, what's going on? What's going on? A brave sailor right there, everybody. Shout out to Sean Davis and all our veterans out there keeping us safe. All our active duty service members keeping us safe, right? Wanda, April, hey, what's going on, everybody? What's going on? Thank you for being here with me tonight. I'm super excited to have this show with you. Look at the boobles, baby. Look at these boobles. Nice and big and round, just like we like them. We got Cardano at the top of the list at 60% up in the last 24 hours. What a massive push to the upside for Cardano today. One of the most undervalued cryptocurrencies in my opinion, and I'll be dropping an update video tonight on Cardano and where I think it's going to go in the future. But green all around. XRP taking the world by storm, ripping back up to that $2.80 region. We'll look at XRP later. Before we get started, let's crack our protein shakes, everybody. Shout out to Monster Rehab, the greatest protein shake in the game. I don't understand why they don't put the protein content on there. It does say 0, but I promise you, this stuff's gonna get you huge. This stuff's gonna get you huge. Not nutritional advice, of course. All right, let's dive in. Let's keep those uvulas moist, right? We got to stay hydrated as we go throughout the stream. Thank you, everybody, for joining me here today. Before we get started with everything, let's dive into Bitcoin, our analysis. How we do today, this past day. I'll tell you what. Whoop, let's get that inverted right back over. I'll tell you what. Who expected this? Who expected this? Yesterday on X and on YouTube, I saw this is the end of the bull market. This is it. We're going back to $30,000. Yeah, I just sold all my crypto. That's it. And then the next day, the United States launches the crypto reserve. They got absolutely wrecked. They got absolutely wrecked. And I don't mean to rub it in anybody whose faces who were bears, but we were calling this out on the channel, everybody. We were calling this out on the channel. How this massive 8-hour bullish divergence. Can you imagine? Shorting a massive 8-hour bullish divergence like this. Look at this. We have our swing across in the RSI while we have our swing down making lower lows on price. That is a massive bullish divergence, saying that we are going to break this high before we break this low, and boom, baby, we did to the upside, going up to almost testing that 8-hour 200 SMA. I believe we're at the 4-hour right now. Yeah, the 4-hour giving us some trouble trying to provide some resistance there. And you know what I was looking at earlier that I saw was very interesting? Who is pulling their fibs? Who's pulling their fibs? Who is pulling their fibs on the macro time frames, right? On this 4 hour, 8 hour, right? Who's pulling their fibs? You know what I noticed here? Look at this Fibonacci retracement, baby. Woo! We go over this all the time on the channel, and it's beautiful, right? It's like my lady, so gorgeous and perfect, right? Fibonacci retracements, they're beautiful as the charts come, right? Look at this. We had our swing up, right? Our swing high to swing low, retracing all the way back to where? To the dollar. To the dollar, everybody. Look at that. We retraced right back to that 786, an area we talk about all the time where assets are likely to turn around and revert, where shorts will start to open on bearish 786s and longs will start to open on bullish 786s. So was this the first lower high that we're going to get? We didn't get back above key support. There is caution here, everybody. There is caution. We have to be cautious going into this upcoming week. And you know what's crazy? This move happened on a weekend. An area where there's so little liquidity. What is liquidity in the market, right? It's the number of orders, right? There's not a lot of people or a lot of institutions. There aren't any institutions right now currently that are trading on the open market. They're closed for the weekend. And until New York opens, essentially, we have the Asian markets open, not near as large as New York, right? But the Asians are about to start trading, and they did just start trading right an hour ago. And look at this. Look at this. We're starting to get that a little bit of a pullback here as we approach that 4 hour 200 SMA. What I'd like to see for Bitcoin here is to make a higher low here, somewhere this higher low. So what am I doing, right? Speculating on a long. I am pulling my fib from the swing low to the new swing high here, right? That looks to have been confirmed underneath the 4 hour 200 SMA. And I'll be looking for my next long position, baby, in this golden pocket region down here, in this golden pocket region between the 618 and I will likely keep it at the 786 just because I like the 786 being more conservative. It'll allow me to get a greater risk to reward on my trade. So that is what I am looking at. I am speculating on what? On what coming up here into the future. Trading view. Come on, baby. On what coming into the future. I'm speculating on a nice, beautiful cup. Nice cup here, everybody. And a nice handle coming down here in the near term. I do think that will allow time for the stochastics on the 4 hour to reset. We'll form this beautiful flag here on the 4 hour. This is just speculation, right? Anything could happen. But we'll form this beautiful flag here on the 4 hour. We'll start trending down in a channel like this. And we don't know if it's going to be steeper or, you know, if we trend sideways. We don't know what the flag is going to look like, but we're going to project it, right, going into the future. And boom, baby, to the upside. This is what I'm seeing here for the crypto space, as we just had the most massive liquidation event in history. There have been billions upon billions liquidated every day that Bitcoin's been on this treacherous downtrend. I'm seeing a nice cup and handle looking really, really good for a money printer cup and handle on the daily time frame. That is what I am looking at here for Bitcoin, right? We're looking at the 4 hour, but you could look at it on the daily. You can see it just clear as day, the same deal. Cup and handle using the daily 200 SMA as support. We were screaming, baby. We were screaming. Drop your questions, drop your altcoins, drop everything in the chat. We're going to go over everything for each and every one of you. Thank you guys for being here. But we were screaming just the other day on the stream, right? We were below this 200 SMA on the daily. We did not want to end there. We did not want to end there. We did not want to close down here. This wick, right? It looks really nice now, but when we were on the stream, it did not. Look at this. It was a massive red solid candle with a very little wick to the upside that was looking to close below the daily 200 SMA. Everybody who watches me here understands that when we're below the daily 200 SMA, Boys Crypto is a bear, baby. He is a bear. I don't know what a bear is. We're a bear, right? We're bears below the daily 200 SMA. That was a horrible bear impression. Don't ever. I'm better at R2D2 impressions. I'm better at those, right? But that's what we were feeling when we were full. This candle was full red, right? We were, and we got a pushback to the upside, which was really nice, right? From New York as we were open on Friday, and we did close above that daily 200 SMA, maintaining that bullish thesis. This line here, this red line in the sand, is support until it's not. That's why it's important to wait for candle body closures. Now, that being said, we've had two massive rips to the upside over Saturday and Sunday. What does that do? Well, the price of Bitcoin closed on Friday here, right, around $84,000, and we're currently sitting at 92K. That leaves a massive $8,000 CME gap, and they love to get filled. Gaps that are that massive love to get filled, and they get filled all the time. We just filled one on the macro. Right? from back here when we had a massive run up to the upside. This area has never been tested before. Just like this in the traditional markets, right? We're going to come down and likely test this area in here. That's why I'm speculating on the cup and handle forming out, because that would allow us to test this area that was formed over the weekend with this massive bullish price action and massive bullish news. Think about it as well from the perspective of the market maker. Do you think they want to get into prices up here? No, they're going to try and sink people again, get that fear down again. That's exactly what I think is highly likely going into the coming week, right? Now we have to see how the Asians do with the market, with their market opening, and we'll see how they trade throughout the night. I will be keeping up to date with everything on my X. If you guys want to hang with me throughout the night, I will be on there with you. All right, diving in. Hey, what's up? PMG Corey, what's going on? How you doing, man? Sin Nasty Kid, I think we missed you last night, man. Hey, we appreciate you being here. We appreciate you being here. What an awesome night to be alive with the Bitcoin price pumping, baby. We've been pumping all day. Oh, awesome bullish news. All right, let's go in. We got the green shirt, right? Green shirt for a green day, baby. Green shirt for a green day. My lady got me this. Is looking nice and silk. I feel nice and smooth. It looks really good. I just got done on a run with her. She toasted me, man. She toasted me on that run. It was absolutely crazy. Woo! Trying to fit back into my pants. Hey, boys, it's bearish Adam and Eve, though, right? Yes. PMG Corey, yes, brother, yes. Let's look at this Adam and Eve on the 5 minute, right? This is what I'm seeing. And now I'm kind of seeing shoulder, head, right shoulder. Is this not a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder to you guys? Definitely could be, right? You could speculate on that. I think oftentimes when you get massive pumps like this, how many times do we see two massive green candles on the floor? Let's go back here. Look at this. Does this not look identical right here? Where we had a little bit of a retrace up, two massive candles to the upside, and then we started to retrace. It looks very similar to me. And look where we came. We came to massive resistance zones we were talking about yesterday, that 4-hour 200 SMA. This high volume node, we came up to the high volume node region around that 95, 96K. Didn't even quite get there yet. We are still arguably, I mean, you could say that we broke back up into the range and we are currently sitting above support and we need to bounce here, right? But currently, in my mind, when I'm looking at the daily, we have not successfully closed a whole body candle above the support line. And currently you're sitting right on it. Look, it's the line right here where we have bounced once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, held us up there 7 times. And that was the 8th time that it held. It's like a cop trying to break down your door with a battering ram, baby. You got that nice solid door and it takes a whack, it may get a little crack in the wall. It is what it is. And Boys Crypto's stealing money from the market at these leverage trades. So the bears are trying to get in with their popo friends, and they just keep beating on my door. Eventually, that door is going to give, and boom, to the downside, baby. We came right to the daily 200 MA, sitting beneath that high volume node. It is looking like we are going to get some form of retrace here. I'm not a bear. I don't think we're going to drop below this daily 200 MA in the near term. I do not. I think we're going to get a 786 retracement from here. This is just my hypothesis. Right? This is my hypothesis, and this is where my next trade is going to come into play. I think we may even, we're pretty close to getting stopped out in the profit here over on Blowfin, right? Where we at? Over on Blowfin, we're currently, this trade up 88%, 71% on the remainder that we left in the trade. Looks really good. Our entry was down here at $86,000, currently trading at 92.5. Looks really good. We did take profits up here with those little red arrows. If you can zoom in here, we took profits up here at about 94 and about 93.50, where I started seeing weakness that Adam and Eve forming. I was like, that's it for me. That's enough for me, right? So we need to remain non-biased here. We got to think, hey, we've already had that news pump, right? If you were going to get in on the news pump, you got to get in like 2 seconds after the news pump occurs. Otherwise, you're just running into an area where people are going to start taking profits off of that early knowledge, all right, of that news pump. That's just the way trading news works. And the market makers are seeing this, right? In the near term, I am seeing a bearish on the 15. It looks really good to me, right? I was seeing an Adam and Eve here. We did get a little pump up, but now I'm seeing a shoulder, a head, a right shoulder. Where does this take us, ladies and gentlemen? Boom, from the neckline to the head, all the way down here to about 89.5. I don't know if we're going to get there. I have no idea, right? But tell me, this does not look like a head and shoulders. You could say, hey, we're just ranging in this range, but that screams head and shoulder to me. That screams squiddy to the downside, baby. You got your shoulder, head, right shoulder, right? You got your Squidward nose coming all all the way down to the target at about 89.5. Does not look good, right, for Bitcoin here on the very, very small time frame. We did get that massive bullish news, and I think that's going to push price up higher here in the near term, right, going into later in the week. But Monday, what is Monday often referred to as? False move Monday. False move Monday, where the general direction of the week is not determined by Monday, it's determined by Tuesday. Because Monday, everybody's playing chicken. Oh, it's going to go up, it's going to go down. I don't know. I'm going to wait until Tuesday when there's a lot more volume in the market. We are still sitting at a low liquidity time, right? It just is what it is. That's where we stand right now. I love my drawing right there. Does that not look like Squidward? I don't know what looks like Squidward if that doesn't look like Squidward. Let's get rid of that. That way they don't flag me for any inappropriate images. Oh yeah, because that did not look very good, right? But we're looking at this shoulder, head, right shoulder breakdown to the downside. If you want to speculate on something like this, there is a short that's valid. Why is a short valid here? I'm not going to take this short. I'm not shorting this market. Now, when we got this kind of news, we could get a squeeze to the upside. A company in Asia decides to buy some massive amount of Bitcoin, but something that you could do here, right? You zoom in on the lower time frames and you want to find a shield, right? Which would be the 1 minute 200 SMA in my mind, right? You break above the what? The 1 minute 200 SMA and you are gone, baby. You are gone. So what I would do, right? If I was looking at getting in a trade, and this would be like a high leverage play in my mind, right? You put a stop above the 1 minute 200 SMA or the prior high right there, and you would ride this puppy down to the target. That would be my short idea as we go into the evening. It's a 3.65 to 1 risk reward ratio. You get that double up, right? You get that gap in the VRVP. I would immediately move that stop to break even. That is not a play I'm going to look at right now. I'm still speculating long, right? I'm still liking long. We did get a massive pump and my long's in a really good position right now. I'm going to leave that cook and I'm going to leave that ride, and hopefully we don't get stopped out here, but we will see as the night goes on. All right, what do we got going on in the chat, everybody? What do we got going on in the chat? What's up, Sean? What's up, April? PMG Corey, hey, yeah. Bullish trends and neckline breakout going down is bearish. Yes, yeah. We did get rejected at that prior support line, right? Yeah, it's a support resistance flip, or, you know, yeah, support resistance flip. So you're looking at it like this, right? Zooming on in, whoop, to the daily. If you're saying that this is our support line right here, right? And you could draw it in a number of ways. I like this one right here. It has the most points of confluence. You could say you broke back above the support line and are retesting it, but you're still on the edge. When we were here the other day, we were like, this is the line in the sand, everybody. If we can't hold here, we close a candle below, we could start nuking, and we could start nuking very fast. And nuke we did. Or you could say that the macro trend is here based off of that previous 3-week range that we had in this area. There's a high volume node there. It's unlikely that we push back past there with very, very little difficulty. There's still people selling in this market, everybody. There are people that saw that dip as, hey, this is the top. For the people who say this is the top, they're not going to panic out of their positions. They're going to wait for the best absolute price for Bitcoin to unload their positions. And that could be right here, right? I'm not saying that the bull market's over, but people who do think it is over, this is likely where they're taking their profits, right? At that 786 region, right? At that 786 region where people are likely opening shorts. We bounced off the 786, heading back towards the downside. This is, if I was a bear, and I'm not, if I was a bear, this is where I would have taken my position off the table. This is where I would have. I wouldn't be taken out down here. I'd wait for some kind of bullish retracement, because the odds of us just absolutely nuking, like the odds of us dropping like this for Bitcoin are just very, very low. They're just very low. I mean, could it happen? Yeah, anything could happen. We could have gapped the entire way in the VRVP, but there's definitely buy orders down here at 67,000, right? And you would get some kind of retrace, right, off of that support resistance flip that is currently sitting down here at $73,000. You would likely get a reaction here and at least bounce to the upside. So why would you sell here when you know there's a bounce? There's likely going to be a bounce coming. Even if you have to hold your position a little longer, it's painful, everybody. It's painful holding on to positions that you see that are in the negative, right? It really, really is. But when you're trying to get out of a position, right, whenever you're looking at your spot or your leverage holdings and you can see a bounce point coming, that's why we use shields, right? That 5 minute, 15 minute, 1 hour, 200 SMA is shields whenever we're taking our longs or our shorts. We use those positions as those areas as shields, anticipating us getting a bounce in that region. Welcome to everybody who just joined. Welcome. How's it going? Waiting for the moon. How you doing, man? Hey. Please look at Render. Hey, Render, one of the hottest in the AI space, got beaten down super unfairly, I might add. Super unfairly. Render. Yes, we'll look at Render. Let's get off Bitcoin here. We'll track Bitcoin as we're going throughout the night, but let's get into these altcoins, baby. What happened to dominance? Let's get into Render, but let's look at dominance real quick. What happened? Yeah, when Bitcoin started to pump massively, right? And we got to keep in mind, let's get all this out of here. Let's clean it up. Look, we'll go over the same thing we do every day. I'm not going to beat a dead horse. Bearish div, bearish divergence. You have a swing across right here on price action, while you have a swing down, baby, in the RSI, right? Making a lower high, or we're making an equal high on price action, telling us that we are likely going to break the Windows. Good night. Whoop. We're likely to break that low before we break that high. So far, ever since this, we called out this bearish divergence here, it has nuked to the downside. Yesterday was a massive red day, minus 1.36% for Bitcoin dominance, as people started to shift their Bitcoin money, or money that has been flowing onto exchanges, into altcoins more so than Bitcoin. Since then, right, since this new daily candle opened up, we have been getting a little bit of a pump for Bitcoin dominance, right? We have, but I still speculate this 21 being able to hold us down and us push to the downside. This could be the beginning. I'm calling this right now. This could be the beginning, and it could have been for a long time, right? Throughout this entire 2-year period, this could have been the beginning of alt season. We had a mini alt season here. This could truly be the beginning of alt season. Let's pull up the weekly here, and this is, I'm liking this. I'm loving this, man. Look at this. Weekly bearish divergence forming on the Bitcoin dominance chart. You have a swing up, right? We had it on the daily, right? And we have it on the daily now. We have it on the daily and the weekly. This is screaming in our face, everybody. We have a swing up in price, while we have a swing down on price action. Look at that nasty bearish divergence, baby. What is that saying? Look at this move. That is telling us that we are going to break this low before we break this high here for Bitcoin dominance. Yes, this is a big range, but that weekly bearish divergence is telling us, boys, crypto, we're done, baby. We're done for Bitcoin dominance, and likely we are going to dump from here. Regardless of what people say, like, oh, this is a Bitcoin super cycle, this is going to be like the year for Bitcoin. It is. Yeah, well, you're running into some severe things. Weekly bearish divergence. You have daily bearish divergence. What have we been calling out on the channel since here? Look at this. We are in the golden pocket bearish retracement for Bitcoin dominance on the macro. Look at this. The swing low. We came all the way up here. Woo! You guys are drying out my uvula. Monster up, baby. Monster up. We got to keep this energy going. We got to keep it going, baby. This makes me feel like pre-workout. You guys ever take pre-workout, scoop it out, and put it up under your tongue? You hold it down there, and your eyes start getting bloodshot, and you start going in, and you don't even need to warm up on the bench press. You can just load it up with 300 pounds and start working it, baby. That's how I'm feeling right now about the charts, All right, we got this bearish golden pocket coming in here on the Bitcoin dominance chart. Look at it. So you got weekly bearish divergence, daily bearish divergence. We're coming up into this golden pocket retrace zone. We're respecting the 706. We haven't reached the 786 yet. That's okay. We could definitely bounce from here. To the downside. This is what I'm speculating on for Bitcoin dominance. Boom, baby, boom. Who's talking about this? Woo! Oh, it drives me absolutely crazy that people are like Bitcoin maxi, Bitcoin maxi, Bitcoin maxi, and look at these altcoins screaming in your face, dominance screaming in your face that it's absolutely cooked. It's cooked, right? That's what we're looking at here for Bitcoin dominance in the near term. That drop off, that mini alt season is just a teaser of what's to come. And what do I think is going to happen for Bitcoin dominance? Where do I think we're going? I'm glad you asked, random citizen. Here we go. I'll get into the chat in just a minute, everybody. I'll get into the chat in just a minute. But look at this. We're going to pull our fib. We fib until we can't fib, right? So I'm going to pull our fib from low to high. I think we're likely to bounce down here at this next high volume node. We're going to come down here, gap down, come back down to this area around the high volume node in the golden pocket to the upside. What would that do? That would allow us to retest the weekly 200 MA on Bitcoin dominance, maybe even get a wick below. This is a colossal move to the downside of 23% for Bitcoin dominance. That would be a monumental alt season, given that Bitcoin is now a $2 trillion asset class, baby. $2 trillion. You guys ever seen $2 trillion? Look at those videos on YouTube of what $1 trillion absolutely looks like. There's like semi trucks and some warehouses and stuff. There's a little dude standing next to him. It's pretty crazy what $1 trillion looks like. I would love to see $1 trillion one day. Woo, baby, woo. All right. Hey, I just saw this. Hey, stick with me, everybody. I just saw this. Look at this for Bitcoin dominance. Let's see if they. Right? Oh. It's like when you walk into the Dunkin' Donuts and you see your favorite donut. Yeah, people will stare at you in line if you do that, by the way. Just so you know, not that I'm talking from personal experience. All right, we have the swing low here. This is Bitcoin dominance inverted. When you struggle for looking for shorts like me, Boys Crypto struggles looking for shorts. So what do? I flip the chart upside down. So I could just look for longs all the time. If I longing is shorting is longing, the same thing. I just flip the chart upside down and I look for longs. Look at this, baby. Tell me that this does not look like Kaito or any of the other tokens that we've looked at. Is this not a massive, as I like to say in my videos, cup and handle? This looks like a massive cup and handle on the weekly. Look at that for Bitcoin dominance. Big boom to the upside, baby. Boys Crypto's calling it. You guys heard it here first. This is the start. This is the start of alt season, baby. Look at this. We are in the golden pocket, bouncing weekly bearish divergence, daily bearish divergence. Our altcoins are blowing up in our face, right? It looks amazing, amazing for the altcoins. These green bubbles are nothing. We are still on the month. Red. This looks like Hillary Clinton's time of the month, man. Red, right? Like that. Oh, like that. I don't know if I can say tampon on the thing, but man, we are looking red on the month. Look in the move to the upside for these altcoins. Bitcoin dominance is screaming when we are in a massive uptrend. What are we looking for, everybody? We're looking for shorts. When we're in a massive downtrend, right? Like Bitcoin dominance here, you're looking for macro longs, right? Or you're, in this case, it's short, right? Because we're inverted. But you're looking for shorts here. And shorting is saying altcoins are about to beat up on Bitcoin, baby. Altcoins are about to beat up on Bitcoin. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm seeing here in the near term. This is a cup and handle. This is an inverted cup and handle, 7-8 or a golden pocket retracement, weekly bearish divergence, daily bearish divergence. I can't get that out of my head, baby. This looks so good for Bitcoin dominance for us holding altcoins. I am screaming this at the top of my lungs. That was the top. That was the top. Okay, let me say this. There is a chance that we could come up to the 786. But it looks like that was the top. I'm not gonna go against weekly bearish div and daily bearish div, and I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say should be taken as financial advice. But baby, this is screaming in our face that this is the top for Bitcoin dominance. This is the top. Cup and handle. I'm not gonna beat a dead horse. Cup and handle, weekly bearish div, daily bearish div, altcoins popping off. The strategic reserve saying that, hey, we're gonna get more speculative with these crypto investments. What more do you want? Woo! God, you guys got my uvula going crazy. I'm telling you. Oh, I love you guys. All right. Wanda, I did not forget, though I went on that massive tangent on Bitcoin dominance. Let's look at Render, one of the hot AI plays in this space on the perpetuals, looking really good, just like everything got a massive pump. I remember Render when I was getting out of the Navy here. Oh man, this was up at the $11, $12 region. Woo! Looked really, really good. Currently trading in this trend. We did speculate on that bear flag. Didn't work out, right? That was a long time ago. Good night. Mid-January? Okay. Yeah, so here we are. We're trading in this channel, right? Looking really, really good for Render. And just like everything else, we were screaming yesterday on the stream, everybody. Who looked at that 8-hour? I want to see in the chat. Who looked at that 8-hour bullish divergence? Who looked at that 8-hour bullish divergence on your favorite asset and it ripped to the upside like nothing else? Like SpongeBob ripped his pants at the Looney Lagoon, the Goofy Lagoon, right? We ripped, baby, to the upside. Woo! It was absolutely crazy. That 8-hour bull div was on almost every asset. It was on total 3. It was on total 3 here on the 8-hour. Look at that. We called this out yesterday. We called this pump. We said total 3 has bull div. Right, let's clear this up. Total 3 represents all altcoins besides Bitcoin and Ethereum. Had that swing down with that massive swing up. This was your average altcoin saying, we're done dumping. We're done. And we ripped, baby. The average altcoin, since we called that out, is up 18.14% over the past 3 days. That has been a massive push to the upside for the altcoins. I'm excited for the altcoins here in the near future. All right, let's dive in. Render, Wanda. Yes, let's look at Render. We do have a channel sloping to the downside here. That's okay. It's looking fine. You're still ranging in this channel. We can't get too excited, right? Because what are we below? We're below our daily 200 SMA. What I will say is you're coming up on an area of high volume here, that high volume node, and Render hasn't traded here in a long time. It's been... Woo! It's been since over a year ago since Render's been here. So these are kind of foreign prices for Render, right? But you have a channel, you have a descending channel. These do like to break out to the upside. What I'd be waiting for Render, right? And this is honestly, it's kind of, I want to say it's his last hope. But you break to the downside off of this channel, it's going to look really bad for Render. So I would speculate on a breakout to the upside or a flag forming here on the daily time frame, right? Flag forming on the daily. I would zoom into the smaller time frames and see what we're looking at here. Yeah, you're gonna have to zoom in at smaller time frames to see if you can get a better entry. So let's zoom in at the 4 hour, right? Currently getting rejected, just like Bitcoin. Where are we going, baby? That 4 hour 200 SMA, that 4 hour 200 SMA, looking to reject off there. That's not looking good. What I would wait for is some kind of consolidation, some kind of flaggeroonie here to get us out of this little pinch that we're in, right? This descending channel, you're gonna need some kind of flag like this, or it'll trend down. It could trend down like that. We don't know how the flag is going to develop. That is very true, right? But we will be looking for a flag here. Well, the 21 comes up into the price action. Shout out to the Crypto Lifer, the legend in the game. That is Lifer sauce, Lifer vision right there, right? You're waiting for that flag to form. Well, the 21 comes up in the price action, and the stochastics come down here and reset on the larger time, on the 4 hour time frame. Wait for that stochastics to start to bend. You'll be at the end of the flag, and boom, that 21 should support you the entire way out. Once you get above the 4 hour, we haven't been above the 4 hour 200 SMA for renders since we traded up here at about $7.80. That is a double up for render, and there's a giant gap here in the VRVP all the way up to 519. Or to 590, and another one up to $7.17. That looks really, really good to me for a reversal. You need to get a candle body close above that 4 hour 200 SMA and start playing 200 SMA dominoes. You got above the 1, you got above the 2, right? You got above the 3. Did we get above the 3? You're above the 3, right? You're above the 3. So where are you likely to test? You're likely to test the 4. We did test the 4. So right now you're pinging in between the 3 hour and the 4 hour 200 SMA. You get above the 4, where are you likely to come? You're likely to come to the 6, which is a massive move up here. Let's go back to the 4 hour time frame. You get above this 4 hour 200 SMA, it is highly likely, and especially with all the shorts that I'm sure have developed over time here up in these regions here. You got here, right? It is likely you get a squeeze to the upside with this gap in the VRVP. It looks really, really good for render here in the near term, but I would wait for some kind of consolidation. Highly unlikely we just start going like this for render. You've seen a chart like that? I mean, we do sometimes with the dumps, right? Staircase up, elevators down. That's what they say about pumps and dumps, right? The pumps, you just kind of staircase up, right? And then the dumps just it's just the reality. That's just how it seems when it comes to trading, right? Like, it is, short money definitely tends to print long faster than long money does. That is for sure. If you're looking for quick gains and you're looking for shorts, right? Shorts definitely do tend to print a lot faster than longs because of the fear and capitulation that can happen with longs getting stopped out. It's true for shorts, but usually you get some kind of shooting star pattern, right? The candle will look like this, right? The candle will look like this, and you'll have a massive short liquidation to the upside because sellers are going to come in and push that price back down. It happens all the time on assets, especially in the crypto space, right? Especially on those meme coins. You see moonshots like that on meme coins all the time, baby. All right, let's dive in. Hey, I'm from Washington. Hey, what's up, PMG? Corey, I'm from Washington State. You are way too fast for me. Hey, man, yeah, I do talk pretty fast. I'm just super excited, right? I'm super excited about the space. Hey, I appreciate the feedback, man. No, I really do. Not a SpongeBob reference. Hey, yeah, April, I'm a big SpongeBob fan. Hey, we looked at render. What up, boys? Waiting for the moon. What's going on, man? Guys, I think he's talking from personal experience. No. April, don't get that, or Michaela, don't get that confused. Wanda, thank you for the render analysis. Absolutely. A lot of these altcoins look really, really similar. Did we not just look at Bitcoin in the same pattern as we had here? Look at this, baby. We had that Adam and Eve form here. A little steeper on the altcoins as Bitcoin dominance did start to give earlier, right? But, I mean, you're kind of looking at I still want to call it as it is, as I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it, and it's kind of ugly, right? It's kind of ugly, but hang with me. You have that shoulder, head, and you have that right shoulder potentially forming here for render in the near term. It's just something like flip this upside down and tell me this would not be something like, oh, that Voice Crypto would be like, hey, we got about that 5-minute 200 MA and we were going to the moon, gapping through this VRVP. Does that not sound like something I would say if we were looking at this in the opposite direction? Flip those charts around, everybody. How do you flip a chart around? We're going to go over here to price action, right? You can right click and come down into this invert scale, and that's going to allow you to flip charts back and forth, upside down, whatever you want. It helps a lot. It helps a lot with perspective because if you don't like looking for shorts like me, you can just always look for longs, and it's really, really helpful. It's really helpful. All right, diving in the chat. Please look at FET. FET, another one from Wanda. Absolutely. Anybody who wants to go over any altcoins, drop them in the chat. I'll go over everything for you guys. Hey, PMG Corey, sorry I was a little fast for you, man. Sorry I was a little fast. Yeah, I kind of. These monster energies do something to you, man. They really do. But I'll slow it down a little. All right. FET, right? One of the premier plays in the AI space, looking relatively strong compared to the other coins in the space, right? Looking at the 5-minute time frame, you're not seeing that shoulder, head, right shoulder. I'll tell you what I am seeing though. Let's zoom out here on the higher time frames. This is some pretty nasty bearish div that has not played out yet. You have your swing out up in price action. Well, you have your swing down on the RSI. That is bear div on the 15. That's bear div right there, saying that you're going to break this low. We're still meandering in the range before this high, right? It says we're going to break this low before this high. We have that lower high on the RSI with the higher high in price. The stochastics are reset. It does look good, right? Can Fetch AI deny this? Absolutely. Anything can happen, right? So we could look at it kind of like this. We could try and draw a trend line. Yeah, you could kind of draw a trend line right here. You have 2 touches, 3, you have 1, 2, and then 3, you have 1, and then you only have a single touch on the bottom support line. So I don't think that support's really validated yet. If you did get an arc over and you touched here and you bounce to the upside, that would look really, really good. But right now, what I'm seeing, right, for FET AI is this symmetrical triangle going on, and these break up 50-50, right? They are 50-50 patterns, but they do like to dump, right? They do like to dump a lot in the crypto space, right? So you're looking at that on the 5-minute time frame. Can FET get a squeeze? Absolutely. I mean, whenever I'm looking for a bias, you know, you can go over to crypto bubbles. Is everything pumping? Yes. So if you're gonna if you're looking at a short right now, right, on Bitcoin, right, the odds of Bitcoin playing out that short, how many green bubbles are you going to see here on the altcoins? Maybe 1 or 2, right? So I do like to look at the altcoin or the Bitcoin before I take any kind of altcoin trade, because if Bitcoin's looking weak, it's just not worth it to me, everybody. It's just not worth it to me. And when Bitcoin dominance starts to give, and dominance today, looking like it's going on a little bit of a pumperino, right? Since the beginning of the day. Let's see if we're still getting that. Let's zoom on in here. Yeah, dominance trying to reclaim. Let's see. Whoop. That was inverted. Trying to break below that 5-minute 200 SMA. This looks really good to me. Was that a bearish 786? Who wants to bet? Yep, we got that golden pocket retrace, right? That golden pocket retrace. Didn't get to the 786, but golden pocket rejecting here, looking to come down again for Bitcoin dominance. This is how it starts, everybody. You start getting lower low. So this was our first lower low, right? And then you'll start forming a lower high, right? At the 786 or the 618, right? It's highly likely. And then you're going to come down and form your next, you could speculate now, we made a lower low and a lower high. So until the bulls can say, hey, no, we're going to make a higher high, right? Which we haven't been able to do yet here on the micro. Until the bulls are able to say we could get a higher high, bulls being bulls for Bitcoin dominance, you have to assume that we're coming down for a lower low, right? So you're going to have lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. And it's easier to zoom out on the hour time frames, right? High, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, right? Lower high could still form in here, and then we could drop and have a lower low. And then we could be on our stair step case down, right? Did we not talk about this, everybody? These kind of Bart Simpson patterns here that form on the charts. Every once in a while, we don't see them that often, but you get good old Bart in here, right? Let's see if we can get this going. We got the Bart Simpson. This happens all the time. We got good old Bart Simpson, one of the legendary characters of The Simpsons. Shout out to all my Simpsons fans. We love Bart Simpson. Let's see if we could get let's see, right here. This is a good one, right? We'll copy that image. Will they let us paste it over TradingView? What do you guys think? Probably not. I highly doubt it. Let's see. Yes, they do. Does this not look like Bart Simpson to you guys? Good old Bart. We'll do it on the 4-hour. Oh my goodness, but Jesus. Look at this. Bart Simpson pattern, right? You have a shoot up in price. You consolidate on Bart Simpson's head, and then you shoot back down to the downside. This is an unconventional pattern. It's an unconventional pattern, but for some reason, it definitely plays out sometimes for the Bitcoin price, right? Whenever you have those sharp shoots up, you consolidate, right? You create some kind of bear div, and then you fall down to the downside. That bear div being the bear div on the daily and then on the weekly. So it looks really, really good for Bitcoin dominance here. That was just something fun. I just wanted to show you guys. I love Bart Simpson patterns. We usually hate Bart Simpson patterns because they always seem to form on the bullish side, which they are here, but this is Bitcoin dominance. So we want this to nuke, baby. We want this to nuke. All right, diving in. April wants to go over XRP I made what I view as an immaculate video on XRP. Check that out. That just dropped last night. It's my prediction on XRP, where we're going in the future, and what I think about the asset as a whole. But we'll look at XRP here. Let's look at XRP, the greatest financial change of the world. XRP, that's what people are calling, right? And it could be, right? It could be. Look, I'm not personally vested in XRP, right? I am happy to go over the charts for anything, right? But I mean, I could get into the reasons why, but then people would hate me. So I'm not going to talk about that, right? XRP here, being completely non-biased here, right? It looks good, baby. It looks good. It looks good here on the daily. We had a massive, this was like a 35% candle, I think. 34.2% candle for XRP. One of the biggest boobles of the day, right? One of the biggest boobles of the day. XRP, where is it? Yeah, right in here. Real nice and easy to see. XRP being added to the strategic reserve. No surprise there. Brad Garlinghouse getting into the White House there. Yeah, kind of crazy. Okay, now what are we looking for here in the near term for XRP? Well, you gotta look. We had that massive capitulation wick. People are going to speculate on shoots to the upside. I talked about in my video where my long-term price targets are for XRP up in that, you know, $5, $8 range over the course of the bull run, right? That is a 3-up from here. You're going to see some crazy targets with XRP, everybody. I promise you, you're going to see $100, $10,000. I'm here to tell you, I'm putting my trader stamp on it. That isn't possible. It is not possible today in age. We don't have enough money in this market. The amount of money that we need to flow into XRP to get to $100 is about 10, it would be, what would it be? It would be about 10 trillion, right? No, we need 50 times the market cap from where we're at right now, or 30 times the market cap from where we're at right now. At 100, you would need $30 trillion. Who has $30 trillion to invest in XRP? Nobody, not governments, nothing. That's about as much as our national debt. So I highly encourage you guys to do some research on market caps before you're making kind of price predictions like that. Can it happen? Sure, but we need to print a lot more money for it to happen. We need quantitative easing to come back. We need that money printer to turn back on, baby. We need Jerome Powell with the money printer minigun. That's what we need in order for XRP to start ripping to the upside and get to those kind of price targets, right? I'm just being realistic here. I'm being honest with you guys. I love you guys, right? And I think XRP is bullish. I really do. But don't listen to those people on Twitter, those YouTube videos, $110,000 XRP. We don't have enough money in the world, right? In the world markets to be able to pump the prices to that price. It's impossible. We don't have enough money, right? If something's going to go, why doesn't it go to $10 quadrillion? Why doesn't it? It's the greatest asset in the world. There's not enough money in the world for us to get there, right? We need to look at market caps whenever analyzing prices like this, right? And that's going to come as a shock to people. Eventually, this bull market's going to end, right? And XRP, just like everything else, is going to fall back. All right, let's dive into the charts. Okay, so you could look at this one of two ways. You could look at this one of two ways, everybody. You could look at this as you could either choose to include this mass capitulation wick we had here on February 7th, which was particularly nasty for XRP, right? We could pull it from there and we could go all the way to the wick and look where we came to, that golden pocket, right? That golden pocket 786 retracement. We are bouncing in the golden pocket right now, everybody. I'm not saying that was it. Think about it. Think about it. Please, I urge you. Think about it. Every time we've heard bullish news in the past, what happened after the bullish news? We had a pump and then we had a dump. Exit liquidity, right? Exit liquidity on the public, which are the only people who are investing right now. Companies are not getting in on this. Was that just, I'm not saying it was, but that could have been, and this is contrary to popular opinion, that could have been a way, right? Because we have no data on the reserve. We have no way of knowing how it works. We have no idea where it's coming from. It could just be the XRP that we seized from Silk Road, right? It could be Cardano we see from Silk Road and the government's not going to buy anymore. You're just establishing it. We don't know how it's going to work. We don't know. And if anybody knows how it's going to work, please shoot me drop that in the comments. I want to see it. I'll shout you out on the channel. But we do not know how that strategic reserve is going to work. Was that just an exit liquidity pump? I don't know. Have you guys been relatively fond of Trump and all the things he's done for crypto, right? With the Trump pump and dump meme coin, with Melania pump and dump, right? Is this just a way for him and his friends to get out of his positions? Will World Liberty 5 sell? Where would he sell? Would he sell down here, or would he announce a strategic asset and get his family out? I'm not saying, I'm just hypothesizing here. Like I'm skeptical of this move because it happened on a weekend, because companies aren't in this, because the amount of money that is in this is all from the public. You and me and everybody else who longed in here are just regular people, right? And I don't think that companies are going to wake up tomorrow morning and be like, wow, look at that pump. Let's dive in all right now. No, they have their layered limit orders in. Companies for XRP, I promise, if they want to get into XRP, here's how they do it. Here's how they do it. And here's how most of the big asset firms do it, right? They cause fear in the market, right? They get out whenever we have massive pumps, but they have limit orders down here, right? How do you think this got bought up? You think that was just you and me and everybody, right? They have limit orders set down here, right? So limit orders, they get triggered, right? And pump back up to the upside. Okay. They have limit orders down here. They're not being like, oh, when the price gets to 317, we're going to get in for a company, or for our company. I think that's going to be a good price. That'll tell me when we get the breakout up here. No, they're trying to get in at the cheapest prices possible. So it doesn't make sense. And that's why I'm saying we have a massive CME gap down to 84K on Bitcoin. It doesn't make sense to me that we just keep ripping from here. It doesn't. And I'm just being honest with you guys. It does not make sense. We're at a bearish 786. You know, I'm not saying we don't have any massive bear div or anything, but the 4 hours cooked. You know, we may just pull back to the 21, but even pulling back to the 21, speculating, right? Looking at the larger time frames, can this? Come on, TradingView. Speculating, right? On the larger time frames, you have that 786 retracement, right? You're bouncing off the golden pocket. Right? And I'll take the wick, sure. But if you didn't take the wick, you're still in the golden pocket, right? Depending on where you pull it from. It doesn't matter. It just matters how close you are to the 786. And right here, if you go from the macro top, you got pretty close, right? So we're sitting right here. This would be the area. This would be the area where you put in your first macro lower high. This is where you would do it. You tried here at the 618. And it didn't work out. Now you're almost at the 786. You're deeper in that pocket, an area where traders are going to start opening shorts. People are going to start to sell. After this, it's caused a lot of fear. And there are people looking to exit this market. They said, I'm done. I can't look at a 50, 60% correction in a day. I'm done. That's the hardest part about crypto, everybody. That's the hardest part, is looking at these massive red candles and having faith and trust that they're going to be bought up. It's so hard because you're not going to see this in the stock market. When was the last time you guys saw a 50% correction in the stock market in a couple hours? It doesn't happen. There's so much less money in this space. All right, let's dive into the chat. What is going on, everybody? For those who just joining, super excited that you are spending your Sunday night with me here on the live. Drop your altcoins, drop your questions in the chat. I'm happy to go through anything and everything with you guys. I love being here. This is my life now. I love this channel. Thank you guys for being here with me. All right, let's dive in. We did look at FET, Wanda. We looked at FET. What do you think of SEI? I like SEI as a project, right? Solana, Michaela. Michaela wants to know about her Solana winnings from the other day. Shout out to you, Michaela. Congratulations on winning that 100 subscriber giveaway. We gave away some Solana, right? Super awesome. Congratulations to Michaela with that Solana victory, right? Of course, we'll go over Solana for you, Michaela. Much love. All right, first, let's go over SEI. SEI, the gaming coin of the, what in the world? SEI, the gaming coin, right, that was supposed to keep up with the Sui network, right? Was supposed to keep up with the Sui network and just fell off when Sui went on its massive, colossal run. So what am I seeing for SEI here? SEI, something cool about it. World Liberty Fi did purchase that. They purchased it down here, let it on a run up to about 28 cents. That's pretty wild, right? Let's zoom out and see. I know it got absolutely colossally destroyed. Yeah, so we had it in this pennant, right? Looking pretty good here, getting that bounce. Okay, I mean, I could get down with it for a little bit. You gotta hold above these 200 MAs. You need to, right? Or you're gonna start playing 200 MA dominoes, right? We're losing the hour, we're losing the 5. What 200 MAs are beneath this? You got the 7 and you got the 15 to hold you up here. But you know, with Bitcoin showing weakness here, and yeah, Bitcoin showing weakness. Our stop loss at 92,356. That'll get us out of this trade, and I'll be done. For the time being until market opens tomorrow. That's why, or I'm going to be looking at trades into the night leading in the market open when the Asian markets close, right? All right, so here's what we're looking at for SEI. You know, we did have a nice pump up. Everything pumped, baby. Everything pumped on this crypto reserve news. Everything did, right? People being skeptical. All right, now here we go. Let's zoom out on the 4-hour time frame. This is a time frame I like to look at when you're looking at the macro for assets, right? Because it's close enough. We're 6 candles a day, right? It's close enough for you to be able to make educated decisions, but not so far zoomed out that it's going to take forever for price action to go in one way, shape, or form, right? So, all right, so swing low to swing high. You know, we did get, we didn't quite get to the golden pocket. Okay, that's fine. Let's pull a fib from here. A fibberoonie from here. You do have a micro. Sean Davis, shout out to you, man. I know you know what micro means, man. All right, you got a micro 786 going up to the top upside. You got the golden pocket right there. It looks like, flip this upside down. I mean, I don't like that. Kind of looking like a cup and handy to me. Okay, you did have that pump there. Okay, I'm with that. But to me, you know, that's just a broken pattern. You have that cup. You have that handle, right? You have the handle. That looks pretty sloppy here. Let's clean that up. You have that cup and handle. Handle coming here. Boop. Boop. Looking really good, everybody. Looking really good, right? Looking really good. SEI for bearishness, right? Bearishness. You got that cup. Handle. Yes. Donald Trump's World Liberty Fi bought. But he hasn't made any money. No, but World Liberty Financial is not profitable. They are in the negative hundreds of millions of dollars because of their investments and where they, I think it's like 50 to 80 million, almost 100, it was over 100 million at one point, where they're in the net loss. So clearly their buys have not been strategic in any way, shape, or form looking at the near term, right? Or if they would have speculated on prices getting down here, don't you think they would have bought down here and not Chainlink at $28 and $30, right? Or you know, they bought SEI at 20, looking like the only good buy that they've had so far. They bought Move a lot higher. They bought Ethereum at $3,200 and $2,800. Those are their average prices, falling down to $2,000. And Donald Trump's son bang like, buy more, buy more. Yeah, of course you'd want us to buy more, brother. You're in the negative. You're in the hole. All right, so this cup and handle looking really good on a golden pocket retrace, right? This is inverted. Keep that in mind. This is inverted. This is inverted, right? We're going to flip this back upside down. That is what I'm looking at right here. Though we broke the 4-hour 200 MA, we are seeing weakness here in the near term. You have that 786 retrace. Same thing I'm looking at for Bitcoin. We need to be cautious here because it's the weekend, everybody. We need to be cautious. Weekend trading is so dangerous because it gets people so hyped up and then it just dumps in their face come Monday morning. False move Monday, right? We come back down here and we get a 786 retracement, you know, from up here. That'll look really good for a long moving to the upside. It would fit well with this nice rounded bottom. I like what I'm seeing there for SEI, right? But in the near term, you may come down and try and do a double bottom here. Does that not line up with like a double bottom from that wick? It definitely could be, right? That would sweep a lot of liquidity, a lot of longs down in here. You'd sweep the liquidity and boom, baby, boom. You would sweep, whoop! You would sweep the liquidity, which means stop a lot of people out, bounce to the upside when nobody's expecting it. You know, that's kind of what I'm looking at for SEI, and I'm just kind of being, I'm basing that off of where Bitcoin's sitting right now. If Bitcoin starts to nuke, SEI is not going to pump. Nothing's going to pump. XRP is not going to pump. ETH isn't going to pump. Everything is based off of Bitcoin. If you guys do that, if you guys go back and look, right, at how many times an altcoin has pumped when Bitcoin has dumped, few and far between. Few and far between. It really is. All right, let's dive in. Let's dive into the chat. All right, another giveaway at 500. April, we'll do another giveaway at 500 subs. We will do another giveaway. We'll give away at 500 subs. At 500 subs. At 500 subs, we'll give away. I'll have to talk about it with the lady. At 500 subs, we'll do a $300 giveaway. A $300 giveaway in Bitcoin. We'll send you $300 in Bitcoin. We will do a giveaway, something like similar like we did on the channel, like when Michaela won the other day. She got $100 at Solana. Congratulations to Michaela. But yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, we just held up a number here. The magic number was what? Michaela got it, 30. We held up a number. We spammed in the chat. First person to get it won some Solana. Congratulations, Michaela, on that Solana win. We'll do something similar like that at 500 subscribers. Thank you, April. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do some competitions on some milestones on the way up. Maybe we'll do one at 200 as well. I'll have to talk to the lady when she gets home. All right, let's dive in. We did look at SEI. We looked at XRP, Solana, Michaela. Yeah, absolutely. Let's look over that Solana that came your way. Are we going up? Are we going down? What is happening? I'll bet you feel good, girl. I bet you feel good. If you got the Solana yesterday, you're looking at a big pumperoonie to the upside, I'll bet. All right, let's see. Sol, perpetuals. We always look at the perpetuals futures contracts. Why? Because we love leverage here. Yeah, look at that, Michaela. You got sent Solana, and then you didn't just get sent Solana. You made a 20% pump on your Solana, girl. Congratulations on that, Michaela. That is massive. That is massive. Well done, well done. All right, so let's look at Solana, right, from the macro. Getting a lot of hate. But you know what happened? Donald Trump stepped in and said, no, the United States government wants some Solana. Right? And we did get that pump from Solana, especially speculating on it being a strategic asset, which is wild because the charts looked absolutely horrific. It's horrific, right? Now look, we are still below. I'm a bear, everybody. I have to be. We did get a nice bounce, and we got a bounce off of where? Probably that 8-hour bull div. I'll bet you it was the 8-hour bull div. Hey, look at that. Just like every other asset that we were screaming the other night. Ah, come on, TradingView. Yeah, just like the other assets, every night, right? Every night, or the other night, we were talking about this bullish divergence on the 8-hour. We had that swing up on price action while we had that swing down in price action while we have a swing up on the RSI indicator, telling us that we are likely to break this high before we broke this low, and boom, baby, boom, we did right here. That bullish divergence did play out right here on that wick. The strategic reserve got announced, and everybody absolutely aped into Solana. We gapped up, right? Broke that next high volume node, and we came down, and we're currently sitting on top of it as support. There are gaps either way, right? There's not a lot of space. Like you're facing either a drop down to 140 or a pump up to 190. You have this little node that's here, right? That's kind of holding you up. But that's where you sit right now currently for Solana. The stochastics are kind of toasted on the daily. Let's zoom in a little bit on the smaller time frames. I like what I'm seeing on the smaller time frames, breaking that 2-hour 200 SMA, getting rejected by the 3. So you're currently pinned in between the 2. What I'd like to see, let's zoom in on the 1 hour. What I'd like to see, ooh, man, this monster getting me. I see that Adam and Eve. I don't like that, right? In the near term, I think Solana is going to do well over the bull run. Don't get me wrong, right? I don't know what your investing style is, Michaela. But if you're speculating on a long-term investment, if you're holding Solana and you say, boys, crypto, I'm holding Solana for the next 10 years, well, put it in Coinbase and stake it. Just stake it. You're going to earn percent over your return in Solana, right? Not money, but you'll get Solana on top of your Solana on top of your Solana over time. And then at the end of that 10 years, you're going to have way more Solana, right? Compounding over time, like compounding interest is the same thing with crypto whenever you stake it, right? Now, you won't be able to sell it immediately if you stake it, of course, but it does provide you a way to get a little bit of income on top of your Solana if you're just planning on holding it. If you're just going to hold it spot, and you're just going to leave it sitting there, it doesn't really make sense, right? In the long term. Okay, so here we go. Let's look at Solana. Okay, I am seeing the same thing for Bitcoin. I am seeing this kind of Adam and Eve forming. I don't like that. The 5-minute is coming up pretty violently for Solana here. I don't want to see that 5-minute crack. Look at this giant gap, right? This is a giant thigh gap in the VRVP. If this thigh gap was a lady and she stood upside down on her hands, she would look like a field goal post. So we do not want to fall below this high volume node and the 5-minute 200 MA, right? Or that we're going to kick a field goal right here and go right to the next upright at $1.43 or $143, which is where we started this rally right back here earlier in the morning. So that's what we're looking at for Solana here. We don't want to see us gap down. Now, again, you are breaking 200 MAs. You're playing 200 MA dominoes, right? We're in between the 2-hour and the 3-hour. The ideal scenario, right? This is Lifer Vision. Shout out to the Crypto Lifer. You're a legend. Thank you, Sam Price. Changed my life, man. All right, so you will likely, right, if you are bullish on this asset, you're going to form some kind of a flag here. You're going to form some kind of a flag on the 2-hour. Now, this could take some time to play out as the 21 creeps up in the price action. You get that golden cross right there where you have the gold line across the red line, the 21 crossing the 200. It is likely you could get a pump to the upside here. And that would be a nice relief rally for Solana all the way back up to that 221 level. And then, you got shorts to squeeze up here. You have a high volume node in your way. That is one thing to consider. The 4-hour 200 SMA is there. Look at that. The high volume node right where the 4-hour 200 SMA is sitting. That is going to be a resistance zone, right? That's where Bitcoin just got rejected off of, right? In the near, just recently, right? Just recently. So that's what I'm looking at here for Solana in the near term. Shout out to you, Michaela. Congrats on winning that Solana, girl. Do whatever you want to do with that Solana. But if you're going to hold it long term, I recommend staking. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say should be taken as financial advice, but staking, man, I stake my Jupiter. I love staking Jupiter. I'm active in their ASR rewards. It's super cool. Jupiter getting a nice pump too. Whenever Sol pumps, Jupe likes to pump too. The number one exchange on Solana. If you guys are swapping between coins, you like trading meme coins or whatever, I highly recommend doing it on the Jupiter platform because you get qualified for their airdrop at the end of the year. That happens at the end of every year, baby. At the end of every year. Woo-hoo! Yeah, we got to get this monster in us, right? You're getting the uvula dry. I got the double, yeah. Coffee in here, monster in here. Oh, some cocaine down there. You guys know how it is. Woo! You got to get hyped up. I'm just kidding about the cocaine. I'm pretty sure that's just a little chalk left over from my workout earlier. Okay, back in the crypto bubbles. Let's do what we do every single night, everybody. Let's go over the biggest winner and the biggest loser. The biggest winner being Cardano. Cardano, baby. I have a massive, massive update for you on Cardano. When I did that, my ears popped. Oh my gosh. What if I knocked myself out? That'd be crazy. All right, Cardano here. Cardano on the perpetuals. Woo! Look at that pump, baby. Look at that pump. Oh, and you guys are getting a little bit of the secret sauce on this video now. You're getting a little bit of the secret sauce. The boys crypto secret sauce here. We were talking about our fib extensions, right? And looking at targets going to the upside over the course of the bull run. But look at this. We were talking about this. Look at this 786 that is rearing its head right here. Bounce off the 786. We did get above it, right? But we did not, you know, we did retrace a little deeper than the 786, which I'm surprised, right? I'm usually that 786 is a good area to start shorting. And if a lot of people had long or short leverages that were over leveraged, you could get squeezed to the upside. Yeah, absolutely. But so far the 786 is holding, looking like Cardano. That's from the swing. That's a macro. That's a macro, everybody. Hold on. Let me see what we're looking at. Boop, 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 boop. Let's see what this bearish 786 looks like. See if we got it. Yeah, that bearish 786 is looking accurate for Cardano here. Back to the downside. I'm not a bear, everybody. I'm not a bear. We just got some massive bullish news. All I'm saying is that we're likely to get some consolidation before ripping further. That's all I'm saying. Let's break it down on the 1 hour for the Cardano. One of the stronger coins in the game, looking pretty good compared to the rest of the market, if I do say so myself. Right? Let's go. Let's dive in. Let's dive in. All right. So that Adam and Eve, right? You know, it kind of looks a little, I wouldn't call that an Adam and Eve on Cardano, right? I would wait for some kind of, you have a pretty clear support trend right here. It's kind of harder to call on Cardano. We haven't had some massive consolidation yet on Cardano. We haven't. Now you can take the wicks and you could start making something like this. You could, right? But I'm out of my Cardano position, right? We saw that bearish div. Bearish div, baby. What's bearish div? Bearish div, you got a lower high on price action, or a higher high on price action, right? Boop. Look at that on the 15, and you have a severe, look how overbought we got on Cardano. Almost can't get there, right, with my mouse cursor. Let's zoom in. Look at that massive swing down on price action. That is bearish div saying that we are likely going to break this low here before we break this high. And for sure, it does look like that is about to happen. If that happens, we could get our little Bart over here. We could get little Barty Warty, right? Oh, that sounded a little not straight, right? But a little Barty Warty, we could come on over here to Cardano, paste him in there, and look at this. This kind of looks a little Bart. It looks a little Barty, right? It looks a little Barty. We could form that like Bart Simpson pattern. We chop around here, we get a nuke to the downside. I'm just speculating on that, everybody. We just had a weekend move. We have a massive gap beneath us in the CME. It does look like that could happen. We could get a massive drop down here. Everybody's fearful again. Fear and greed drops after pumping massively. We got a massive dump. Oh my gosh, everybody dump it. The crypto bull market is over. I'm just kind of quoting some things I was hearing last night. The crypto bull market is over. Oh my gosh, you guys are crazy if you're holding your coins. Sell, sell, sell. What in the world are you doing? And you get a massive pump in your face. That is the reality of crypto, everybody. That's the reality of crypto. When that fear and greed, which we will check on right now. Let's check on the fear and greed. Fear and greed, baby. Woo! Fear and greed. Oh, I don't know if that's gonna BTC. Let's pull this up here. Let's see where we're sitting at. Fear and greed. Buy when there's blood. Look at that pump. Look at that pump. This was down at 10. This was down at 10 at one point. Right? Wow. Massive pump for fear and greed all the way up to 33, right? Look at that. Look at that optimism in the market, right? So your best opportunity to buy was when we were down here at 10 and 16 like we were the other day. And now, right, now you're sitting at 33. Now it's like, oh, it's kind of like you're getting close to like fair value sentiment, like neutral sentiment. You're getting close. You're out of the orange pretty much. You're out of the red. You're getting near that. You're still in fear. You're still in fear. So you could say, hey, we're still in fear. There's a good time to buy. I think in the macro it is for sure, right? But this is where you want to start selling, that extreme greed. You have to go against the grain, everybody. You have to go against the grain. Like when you get in your fade from your barber. Now, when I got, I don't know anything about barbershops, right? But that's what you want to look at. You want to go against the grain. Because you got to think about the market makers. They're going to go against, they're going to try and push the price in the opposite direction of the most amount of liquidity, the most stop losses and liquidations, so that they could scoop up coins on the cheap when those orders proc, right? So if you're short, when everybody else is long, right? It really does make sense. Imagine how many people were short here. Imagine the shorts. Imagine the shorts closing candles beneath here, and then we got a massive rip to the upside. That is a short squeeze. The reason we got a pump this massive is because of all these liquidations here, baby. Liquidation. You even got you got liquidation zones everywhere, gaps in the VRVP. That's what caused that massive price for Cardano. Not necessarily that everybody was buying Cardano, but that everybody that was short, whenever a short is closed, what happens? Well, a long procs, not a long, a market order in the buy direction procs, because they're going against the market whenever they're short. So whenever their short position either gets closed, stop loss triggered, or liquidated, the price will pump because of that. It'll act just the same as if you're hitting the buy button. All right, diving on into the chat. What's going on? Unreal Designs, nice to see you. All right, Trump coin was an embarrassment to the U.S. April, don't get me started on that meme coin. It was. I totally agree. And you know what's crazy? It was pumping today. Of course it's pumping today. Donald Trump tweeted, I wouldn't be surprised if this dude sits in the Oval Office, opens up a long, and then tweets, and then closes his long. I would, insider trading, I'll bet, if Hillary Clinton had a coin, she would be doing that every other hour. All right, diving in. Hello, all Unreal Dragons. What's up? Hey, thank you for being here, man. Thank you for being here. How's the 5K to 10K challenge going? I'm glad you asked, April. I'm glad you asked. Current account balance. Let's see. Oh, I have to move the camera every time here. Oh my gosh, I opened up my nerd game. Don't look at my nerd game if it pops up, everybody. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right, so here we go. We are currently sitting at $5,756 on the account, right? A 5K to 10K challenge stands, baby, stands. We are moving. We are moving to the upside, looking really good. If my nerd game opens up here, I think it's going to. Don't laugh at me, everybody. Okay, I was a gamer. Look, let me explain myself. Oh my gosh. Come on, RuneScape. You got a shot, baby. Come on, don't do this to me. Oh. Guys, I'm a gamer at heart sometimes. Come on, old school RuneScape. Come on. Oh my gosh. This is RuneLite. This is the nerd plugin. I don't know how to close this. Oh my gosh, and the Comcast isn't letting me do it. Okay, we're going to let that open, and you guys could laugh at me if you want. It is what it is. However, if you guys are RuneScape fans, you're old school RuneScape fans, feel free to get in there with me, and we'll go slay some dragons, baby. We'll go slay some dragons. We'll go bossing. We'll go PKing together. It will be a great time. Just a little side. Oh, come on, RuneScape. Come on, baby. Get this out of here. Oh, my gosh. Come on. Oh, got the X. Yes. Exit out of there, baby. Oh. Woo! Forget you guys ever saw that. A little embarrassing. Shout out to everybody who has a 99 in old school RuneScape. That is one of the most no-life things that you could possibly do. Shout out to me. I'm 99 defense. If you guys ever need a tank, call me out, baby. We are geared up on old school RuneScape, that Jessica Armor sidetrack. All right, let's go on to the charts. Right, I don't know how or why that was on my computer. Forget everything I just said, everyone. All right, let's dive in. We were going over the biggest winners, biggest losers. We went over Cardano, looking pretty good here. Looking good. You're gonna need to wait for this 21 to catch up to price action. You do. You have this impending golden cross coming. We are the bearish 786, so we're kind of at a crossroads. Look at this gap in the VRVP that's forming, right? Let's zoom on out. Let's zoom on out here. We do have a little bit of a gap in the VRVP forming here. Oh man, that updated. Never mind. We do have a gap in the VRVP forming down to about 99 cents there for Cardano. It wouldn't surprise me if we see some kind of 4-hour bull flag. If we see some kind of 4-hour bull flag on Cardano, you know Boys Crypto is going to be on that thing like Donkey Kong, baby. Well, why? Because look at this flagpole, baby. Look at this flagpole. Shout out to all my ladies who like real long poles in the house, and Sean Davis. All right, so here we go. We're going to get that pump to the upside here. The pump to the up. I know Sean on a personal level, man. I love you, Sean. I'm just joking, man. But yeah, so it looks like we're going to get that pump to the upside if we do consolidate here in a bull flag somehow for Cardano. Look at this move. It would be massive. A 46% move on leverage. I'd probably trade it on about 10x, right, for Cardano if we got in here and the stochastics look right. We flag out here on the 4-hour over the next, day or so, and then we get that, we push, we retest long here, stop below the recent low with the stochastics reset, so they come down here looking to curve up in the upward direction. That's where I would be looking to long, baby. making sure that we don't have a lot of bearish div. We would need a massive pump for bearish div not to be there. But if we get another tweet or something like that from Trump or Charles Hawkinson or something about Cardano being in the strategic reserve, that would look like a juicy long to me, baby. That would look so juicy, right? Looked so juicy, like those watermelons at the Savannah State Watermelon Festival when I went there when I was in college. Juicy watermelons, baby, juicy watermelon. All right, let's dive in. Hey, Michaela, thank you. RuneScape King, absolutely. Shout out to all my RuneScape fans. Poor Sean, yeah, poor Sean, we love you, Sean. Oh my gosh, everybody, hey, don't be making fun of my RuneScape gaming, everybody. You know, I'll be in there. I'll be in the Grand Exchange advertising. I'll be like, boys, crypto, come on, everybody, come see my channel, everyone. This is so fun. And I'm sure one of you were in there. I know one of you were in the Grand Exchange listening to Boys Crypto's character absolutely go off. All right, let's dive in. Oh my gosh, my uvula getting sore. We're switching over to the coffee. Listen, this is important. If I ever have a caffeine overdose here on the stream and you guys see me fall out of my chair, you guys dial 911 and you just tell the cops. Tell the cops, hey, Boys Crypto has fallen out of his chair and he needs help, right? They got my address, not really. Oh, maybe they do. I don't know. I'm fingerprinted. I'm pretty sure with the military. Yeah, the military knows where I am. I promise. But make sure to call. Don't just watch here. Don't just watch here and screen share this to your friends watching a man die on the floor. Okay, you guys need to call. You need to call 911 when that happens. I will not give my address. I do not want to get trolled. All right, so here we go. I'll start advertising for you in the Monster Hunter. Yes. For all my gamers out there, shoot that advertisements around, hey, in your exchanges or whatever. That's super cool. Thank you. Hey, each and every one of you guys, hey, for real. I appreciate you, my early supporters here. This stream has meant a lot to me. I've worked so hard on it, so hard on my videos. Speaking of my videos, I'm looking for criticism, constructive criticism, right? If you have criticism on my videos, the music's too loud, my mouth doesn't match my voice, anything, please drop that in the chat. Let me know what you guys are thinking about my videos. I care and I want to make them a lot better. I want to be the best crypto YouTuber, right? I really do. That's my dream. That's my setup. That's what I want to do. So in order to do that, I need your feedback. I need your non-biased feedback so that I can be better for you. So if you guys have feedback for my videos, please drop it in the chat. I'll take a screenshot of it and I'm going to dive into that for the videos and even for the update coming out. And I'll even give you a shout out for the channel for helping me because I really do need that help. I'm just looking to be better, everybody. I'm just looking to better myself and better these videos, better this channel, and I need your help to do it. So I really appreciate all you guys. I appreciate you guys supporting me here on the stream, being early. I know it's not easy to click on that dude who has one guy watching, but hey, we're building something here. One break at a time, baby. One break at a time. Thank you all for your support. It means the world to me. It means the world to my heart, and I will not forget you guys. Sin Nasty Kid. So, Michaela, April, everybody that's in the chat, man, I just greatly appreciate you guys. Wanda, thank you. Right, waiting for the moon, man. You're still early here. PMG Corey, thank you guys. You guys are absolutely crazy. Scott, what's up? What's up, Scott? How you doing, man? Thank you for jumping on in the chat. You're an absolute legend for being here today, man. You're an absolute legend for being here. Thank you. Shout out to your friends in Japan. Hey, Scott, Scott, what's going on? Dude. Welcome to the chat, man. Welcome to the chat. Super excited that you're here. If you have any crypto questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. I'm going over everything. Okay, so we went over the biggest winner. We went over Cardano, right? We went over Cardano. Big winner today, up 58.7%. Who's the loser, baby? Who's the loser? Maker. What in the world? How is Maker a loser today? That makes absolutely zero sense. Maker's been pumping over the past few days, right? We were talking about Maker, right? Doing an absolute, what in the world? Maker in the last 24 hours. Okay, in the last 24 hours, Maker, right? Struggling a little bit here on the daily. Why? Well, we talked about chasing green candles, right? And whenever people saw this crypto reserve come out, it is unlikely that something that pumps so massively, right, like Maker, is going to get the same love as these altcoins that were in the dirt with massive bullish divergence. That bullish divergence on the 8-hour was screaming to us that a lot of these altcoins were going to go to the upside. And when people see that, they're going to shift their money from things that have already pumped into things that have not, yet. That's super important to remember, right? That's why we don't want to chase green candles, because if you were in Maker today expecting further gains, you just got sold on so that you could run in that those people can run into other assets that we're going to pump again. It's all about rotating those funds, right? And that's why we're not keeping our long trades open for long periods of time. We are going to speculate on longs, right, in the long term, and we will open long-term longs and keep them open for the long term. But today, I just saw weakness in the chart, and I said, hey, that's it for me. I'll wait for my next opportunity. But here on Maker, yeah, you are struggling here in the near term. You're making a slanted shoulder, head, right shoulder, looking to break down right there. Look at that, everybody. You got the shoulder, you got the head, you got the right shoulder. It's kind of Quasimodo looking with that big shoulder, right? Right? If it, it would look better if this was a bigger shoulder. It would kind of, it would kind of look like me, right? Because you got those big massive shoulders. Shout out to you guys if you guys could see me on camera. I'm trying to get big here, everybody. I'm trying to get big. Just from here up, my love handles do still bounce when I'm running and when I'm doing jump rope. It gets caught in my belt all the time. It's kind of crazy. So just keep in mind. Keep in mind my feelings whenever you guys are dropping weight comments in the chat. All right, here we go. Just kidding. All right, here we go, everybody. Jump down in the chat. Shout out to your friends in Japan. Thank you, April. Hey, can we check out the upcoming week in the red folders? Yes, so absolutely, man. Good catch on that. This is not my game. That ad pops up all the time. U.S. economic calendar. Let's do it. So what are we looking for in the market this week? I actually haven't looked at this week. So, hey, I appreciate you bringing that up, man. Let's dive in and look. U.S. economic calendar, aka the God candle / dildo indicators, right? These events, wow, did you guys hear that puberty right there? These events often lead to, depending on the severity of the event, often lead to massive moves in the market, the crypto market and the stock market whenever they come out, right? Signaling massive strength or weakness in the economy. And it's kind of a weird time right now, right? Because we don't necessarily want the best news for the economy. Why? Because that might stimulate money printing from the Fed. The next time we see Jerome Powell on March 17th, he may be like, oh my gosh, we're having some bad, people will speculate, oh my gosh, we're having some bad economic news. We need to turn on the money printer, baby. And they will, right? We start getting bad news, like unemployment claims were up. That was bad. But why did markets respond so positively, right? We did get a little bit of a dump. Why did markets respond positively? Because they're speculating on, hey, there's about to be more money in the system. Jerome's about to turn on that money printer, baby. Jerome's about to turn on that money printer. Shout out to you, Jerome. Turn on the money printer, baby. Turn on the money printer. That's what we're going to need for these more speculative assets to pump to the upside. All right, so what are we looking at here for the U.S. economic calendar? Let's dive in. Construction spending, auto sales. No. So we got Tuesday, we got some speeches, okay? Oh yeah. Here's where we're looking. Baby. Yeah. Thursday, big red folder here. Big red folder. This is the initial jobless claims. That's huge. The trade deficit also could be substantial. Yeah, Thursday. Mark Thursday on your calendar. 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, everybody. That is going to be a massive time for the market. And look how close we just had 242,000 initial jobless claims, and we're projected 243. Personally, everybody, with all the firings that we've seen through the federal government, I think that this is going to be a lot higher. That's just me speculating going on in, but I think that could be a lot higher. All right, diving in. What else? We got the trade deficit, jobs report. Here we go. Thursday and Friday, and this is especially dangerous. Why? Because Friday is a low liquidity time in the market. Even though the markets are open, not as much liquidity or where assets are exchanged on Fridays, right? Just because people are getting out, going on long weekends, relaxing, getting out of the market, so that they can spend some time with their family and not stress over news over the weekend. It happens on Friday. Every Friday, we usually do see a sell-off around market close on Fridays. It is true. Okay, so we got the jobs report, U.S. jobs report. That's how many jobs are going to be open in the United States, right? How many job openings are going to be open? Unemployment rate. Yeah, these are going to be some big ones right here on Friday at 8:30 in the morning. Hey, yeah, and look at this. Here's our friend, Jerome Powell, speaking on Friday at 12:30, giving us an update of what they're going over at the Fed. Let's wait and see for Friday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will go live I'll go live if you guys want to watch this together. Let me know in the comments if you guys want to watch Jerome Powell speak with me live. I'm super excited. We'll hang out there and we'll just watch the speech together, and I'll kind of give my 2 cents as he's speaking, right? I won't speak over him, but I'll kind of give my blips in there. I do like that. That's going to move the market. He's going to move the market at 12:30, everybody. And it's not going to be any we're gonna be looking for policy stance shifts, right? We're gonna be looking for a shift in, hey, we could start turning on the money printer a little earlier than next year / the end of this year, based off of what we're gonna be looking at earlier in the week, right? Earlier that day, we got the unemployment rate, initial jobless claims, things of that nature. He's gonna look at that and be like, yeah, we may need to turn on the money printer, right, and help people out and stimulate the economy a little bit to get these people back in their jobs, right? Open up more jobs. That's what money printing does. It kind of frees up and allows people to recover, right? It allows people to recover. So we're looking for that. The massive recovery that we just had, and we're arguably just getting over with, is that COVID, right? That COVID pump. The COVID pump was because we just kept printing money to stabilize our economy, or else we were going to have a massive crash, right? And we did, but that got bought up. We had a V-shaped recovery in the stock market and in crypto. So when Fed Chair Jerome Powell comes out and speaks, there's memes that go around all the time about, he comes out and he says, good afternoon, and the market plummets. I have a theory that when Jerome Powell goes out and he knows he's going to say something negative, people speculate on the color of his tie and everything, but when he goes out and says something negative, he says good afternoon. Before he comes out, he's like, honey, open up a 50x short on the stock market. Take out some puts or take out some calls if we're going to be bullish, right? Like there's no way. There's not insider trading going on at the Fed. There's no way. That's why it's so important to me that all these assets and transactions get put on chain, right? There's no reason why our politicians should be multimillionaires talking about the better well-being of people who just make, $40, $50, $100,000 a year, depending on what kind of job you have. There's no reason that those people some of those people have never been in the shoes of the average American. So how do they know what is best for the average American? Doesn't make sense to me. All right, but that's what we're looking at for the U.S. economic calendar. Thursday, Friday, the big ones, man. The big ones, Thursday and Friday. So that's what we're going to be looking at going into the upcoming week. We will keep an eye on this going forward. Yeah, these are some big. It's this one. If you didn't highlight anything else, highlight this. When Jerome Powell comes out and speaks, he is the most expensive voice. Voice. He's the most expensive voice in the world because he literally moves world economies. He is in charge of the money printing of the largest global economic power. And when he speaks, not just the United States, the whole world is listening. The whole world. It will move the whole world economy. It is very important to listen to Jerome Powell, even though it does sound a little boring at the beginning, but that his tone and his phrasing of words gets microanalyzed by economists all around the world to get an edge on where they think the market's going to go in the future when it comes to money printing. It's so important to listen to Jerome Powell, everybody. So important. I will be listening to Jerome Powell at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time on that day. All right, diving into the chat, welcome everybody who just joined in. Welcome. Thank you. We're glad that you're here. All right, let's see. Diving on into the chat. Scott, what's up, man? Hey, good to see you. What can we expect with market open tomorrow? Thank you, April, for the question. All right, so market open. I don't want to say it's a 50. Here's what I'm expecting. Here's Boyce Crypto's prediction throughout the night, right? I don't think we're going to continue to pump. I don't. I see consolidation until the morning, right? So far, the Asian markets have opened. We haven't moved really. We have been rejected off of that 4-hour. We almost got to that 4-hour 200 SMA. I see us forming some. If we are going to keep moving to the upside, right, for Bitcoin, I see us either. We have to make a flag. We have to. I don't think it's not healthy for us. It's not healthy for us just to rip to the upside, because what happens if that happens? You're going to get something like this. And that's not what we want to see in the markets. And then we're going to be looking, what if the chart looked like that? Will we be able to make a bullish call? No. We want to see some healthy price action. We want to see that cup and handle form out that we were speculating earlier in the stream. That's what I want to see. The market opening, I promise you this, you know MicroStrategy is about to pump, baby. MicroStrategy is about to pump. Been absolutely destroyed. Everybody's saying you're going to get liquidated, Michael Saylor, and get wrecked. And Bitcoin goes on from the bottom. This was since market close. From the bottom, 18% to the upside when MicroStrategy's holdings are booming right now when everybody was absolutely crapping on him right throughout this week. And just the fear, I can only imagine what that man was feeling, because he could risk bankruptcy, right? You come down in that $50,000-$60,000 range for Bitcoin, he could, right? So I imagine he was having some stains his wife was needing to scrub out in his pants when he was down here at 78. Woo! I'll bet he was. But I'm looking for this consolidation here, right, for Bitcoin until market open tomorrow morning. We don't have anything massive on the U.S. economic calendar in the morning that's really going to start moving the market. You do have final manufacturing PMI, maybe. But like I see it as the big economic moves coming on Thursday, right? And I just see some kind of consolidation, either that, right, or sometime at the end of Asian market, we're gonna get some kind of move down like this, right? I either see consolidate. I don't see us ripping past this. I don't see us moving higher tonight. Period. I don't. But I see this, right? I see us pulling our fib, right, from high to low, and us getting some kind of dump throughout the night, right? People got overhyped on the news. It is what it is. And you come down, whoa, right? Drawing the wrong way there. What in the world? Come on, Trading View. Definitely a Trading View mistake, right? All right, so we had that push up, and now we had that higher low, right? We did have that bearish 786, but now if you're speculating on bullishness, you need to wait for us. And I would probably go to the 618 here, just being a little more conservative, because I expect a pretty strong reaction. But if you get a dump, I expect a pretty strong bounce off of this golden pocket 618 region. That's going to take some time. I mean, unless you get a nuking until there, I still see us, like, when we will open up on Monday, there may be some companies that are like, I'm done with this, man. I'm done. I'm not saying that for sure. This is just speculation. I don't know what's going to, I'm telling you guys, first and foremost, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. It could rip to Valhalla. We could be at a $200,000 Bitcoin in tomorrow. I have no idea where price action is going. I just know the probabilities, right? And I know that with over toasted stochastics on the 4 hours telling me that this thing's going to have to cool off for a while. We've been overbought on the stochastic ever since the end of the day, or midnight on Friday. This does look like it's going to come down. I mean, on the smaller time frames, you could say, hey, we're flagging out on the 1 hour, but it still looked Adam and Evie to me on the 15-minute, right? It still gives me that vibe. It still gives me that Adam and Eve vibe. We got the we got that Adam and Eve vibe. You know, tomorrow market open, anything can happen. You know, with Trump announcing the crypto reserve, I know people are going to increase their limit orders, right? I don't think they're going to be buying in up here, though. That's just my perspective. I think we're pumping by the end of this week, everybody. I just don't know if it's going to be tomorrow. We may have that false move Monday. We may come down, gap down, test one of these lower 200 MAs, something like that, before we get the rip to the upside. I just think it's a lot more likely that we see that. Let's flip this upside down, right? Let's flip this upside down. Yeah, this, if you were longing, right, and you longed that Adam and Eve, I'd be like, man, nice eye. That looked really, really good, right? Adam and Eve looking good on the double bottom. This is Bitcoin flipped upside down, right? It's very helpful to look at Bitcoin flips upside down if you struggle to look for shorts like me. So I just always look for longs. I just either do it on the normal chart or the inverted chart. This can move up very, very quickly. We have a gap in the VRVP there. It looks like that could pump. You flip this back up to the normal side, boom, baby, boom. That looks like you could start dumping down in this wide open gap in the VRVP. We still have a CME gap at like $84,000. Do we not? Where do we close at on Friday? On Friday? Woo! Where did we close at on Friday? Friday, candle closure. This was our massive wick below. We have a CME gap at 84,000. These gaps love to get filled. I would not be surprised to see that get filled tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. I would not be surprised to see that get filled tomorrow. And I'm a bull. Don't get me wrong. I'm a bull. I'm just speculating on either that flag forming out, consolidation, but more likely to me, the most likely scenario to me that we get is this cup and handle, baby. This cup, and then we form some kind of handle. Same thing as a bull flag, right? We form some kind of handle. Even if it's a little steeper and we come down to 618, 786, I still see this cup and handle forming out, and that's what could break us to the upside. This would not only give companies a good area to get in, maximizing their Bitcoin holdings if they're going to start setting limit orders down here in the morning. It really does a good, it's a good look to the future, in my opinion. I really think this cup and handle could look really good. Unlikely that we just keep mooning to the upside. I mean, could we? There's a lot of shorts above us, but I bet people started closing their shorts when we got that news today. I don't know if we got the liquidity above us. I don't think we do. I bet there's more liquidity below us than above us, and the market makers likely, to me, are going to come for that. Oh, you guys got me going. Hey, what's up? Drop your questions in the chat. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for being here. Let's dive in. April, that's what we can expect from market open tomorrow. Can we check out the upcoming week with the red folders? Yes, so we went over that. Thank you, man. Thank you. Didn't realize the impact of Doge will have them cleaning house. Yeah. Doge is like, people are getting fired. People are getting fired from the federal government. I don't think these economists understand. I really don't. This is just my personal view, and I'm not an economist, right? But I don't think they understand how many people are getting fired. If you see the masses of people getting absolutely let go in Washington, D.C. with their offices in their hands, it's pretty wild. I think those jobless claims are really underrated right now, or underestimated right now. All right, they're having a crypto conference on Friday. Hey, great catch. I haven't been over that yet. So we have a massive crypto conference going on Friday. President Donald Trump bringing in massive investors, crypto conference, baby. Friday, yeah. Hey, listen, this is a big event. This is the first crypto roundtable that is being held at the White House, the Crypto Summit. This is going to be massive. Donald Trump is going to be on Friday. I wouldn't even be surprised, and this is the truth. I wouldn't even be surprised on Friday, everybody, that we didn't get any market movement until Thursday, Friday. If we went sideways, hey, it is what it is. But I think on Friday, you have Jerome Powell, the most expensive voice in the world, speaking, and Donald J. Trump, the president of the United States, stepping up and speaking at the crypto conference. I hope he speaks about Trump coin, dude. I really do. I think Americans deserve to hear about that. But, oh, come on, Comcast. Be sweet to me here, baby. All right. Okay, cool. You know what guys, let me tell you, that Comcast guy didn't deserve what he got. You want to know why? I don't even have Comcast. That's not my internet service provider. That's wild. But Trump looking to speak at this conference. It's going to be absolutely massive on the 7th. That is Friday, I believe. Yeah, that is Friday, huh? Yeah. Let's see, Friday. Yeah, that's Friday. So that's going to be a giant monumental event for the crypto space. And I am looking for that event for Trump to give us key insights on how this is what we need to learn, everybody. This is what we need to learn. This is key. Yes, we did get the executive order for the strategic reserve today. No, we don't have clarity on how it's going to work, where it's going to come from, what kind of money, how much money are we investing? We have no clarity. That's what we need at this crypto conference. We need Trump to give us some kind of clarity on what's going on here. Because though we got that bullish news, it's still skeptical. That's like me saying, I'm going to go buy a new car. And then there's people asking, oh, well, what kind of car are you going to buy? What are you looking for? And then I just don't talk. It's the same exact thing. Hey, I'm going to buy a new car, but I'm not going to tell you anything about it, right? That's the same exact thing that we got today. We got that executive order. I said, hey, I'm buying a car, or I bought a car and it'll be here, it'll be here on Friday. That's essentially what Trump did. I bought a car. It'll be here on Friday, but I'm not going to tell you anything about the car, how the car works, even if it's a truck or an SUV or one of those new flying cars. I'm not going to tell you anything about it. That's where we stand. It is true. That is where we stand. So I'm looking for clarity. I'll be tuning into that if it is public. I believe it is public, right? I'll be looking for clarity there, as well as Jerome Powell speaking. That better not be at the same time, baby. People won't know what to do if those are at the same time. Like, what if they are conflicting things? Trump's super bullish on crypto and he gives clarity, and then Jerome Powell says, no, we're not turning on the money printer until next summer. Yeah, that would be absolutely crazy. But I think Jerome Powell is speaking first. Donald Trump likely will speak at the end of the summit. That is just my opinion. All right, diving on in. All right, so that's what I'm looking at. Thank you for bringing that to our attention, man. Friday, market, everybody. That's not part of the major economic calendar, but that is true. That is an event that is coming up, right? That is an event that is coming up. All right, diving on in. When Jerome Powell farts, we dump. Yes, when Jerome Powell even blinks or says good afternoon, we dump massive. It seemed to have been the way. But the last time he came out, we had a little bit of a pumperoonie. Not the last time, but the time before last, we had a massive pump for Bitcoin when he talked about Bitcoin being bullish. Right? When he talked about Bitcoin being bullish. That's cool. Right? So, yeah, hey, April, thank you for the time. That poor Comcast guy did not deserve what he got. Yeah, absolutely. I didn't even realize Comcast wasn't my internet service provider. I need to stop sending them money. What in the world is going on? That is ridiculous, right? So that's what I'm looking at for the broader crypto market, everybody. Hey, thank you for dropping into the chat. Make sure to leave a like on this stream. You guys are awesome. Stand by for my Cardano video coming into the morning. I'm super excited to share all the secrets that I've learned about Cardano and where I think it's going to go. Check out the XRP update I just dropped. It's going to give you my macro analysis and where I think we're going to go here in the near future. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being some of my first subscribers. If you're not subscribed, make sure to drop a subscribe, turn on those notifications, and I'm streaming here for you guys every single night. I love you. I love you guys. This is a massive green day for crypto, a time to celebrate. Keep up to date with me in in Twitter and on X at BoysCrypto102 throughout the night. Until next time, everybody, I will see you. Thank you for sharing your Sunday night with me. Let's prepare for the week ahead. Boys Crypto is